Hey everybody, and welcome to Top Comics Do Pre-Order in a Flash. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is our really quick show where we show you some of the biggest and best books that you can pre-order by this weekend so you don't miss out on any of the comic goodness. So head on over to infinityflux.net right now. Follow along, pre-order all the books you want, and you will be good to go
That's right.
when they are released in a few weeks. So this was, you put together this show, and I commend you for it because this was a hard one.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff this week.
A lot of really good stuff.
So I encourage you to tune in on Friday because we're going to be talking about a whole lot more books that we could not fit into this show.
Yeah.
We're going to start with X Factor #1. This is the next of our Fall From the Ashes era, and this is going to feature Angel, Havoc, Frenzy, Feral, and Pyro. And they are
all the F characters.
Right. They are kind of a government-sponsored team. They're very highly marketable, is what it says, and they're just going to go from one mission to another, doing whatever it is that the U.S. government needs them to do. So, kind of a nice new status quo for some of the mutant population.
It'll be interesting to see if this is, are these mutants doing it to like try to have better PR as the other ones are suffering from that. So next up, we have one I'm very excited about. This is Gotham City Sirens #1. This is going to be a 4-issue miniseries. I love the classic Gotham City Sirens. And Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, and Catwoman are back together because there is a energy drink sponsored hunting operation going on in Gotham that threatens the people and the animals of Gotham. So the Gotham City Sirens reform to take them out. Plus, it's going to have a bunch of cameos from Punchline and a bunch of other heroes and villains. And it's going to have some first appearances as well, it teases. So very excited for this one.
Next up is Deadpool Team-Up #1. This is going to be a 5-issue miniseries written and drawn by Rob Liefeld, and I believe Rob Liefeld has said that this is his final work on Deadpool. This is his going away party, basically. And in this, we're going to see Deadpool team up with the likes of Wolverine, Major X, Ghost Spider, Hulk, and Crystar to deal with the return of a lost Marvel Comics character. Don't know who that is, but it will be fun to see them get together to deal with that.
Yeah, Crystar for the win.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Spider Society #1. They've been kind of building to this with Edge of the Spider-Verse and all of that. Now we are having every spider ever come together in one room because there is a threat that's going to take all of them to deal with. So who is the Sinister Squadron and what do they want to take out the Spider Society for? A lot of interesting stuff in this 4-part miniseries.
Next is the Power Fantasy #1. This is a new book from Image, and it says that in this story, being superpowered isn't what you think it means. What it really means is an individual that has the destructive capacity of the nuclear arsenal of the USA, and there are 6 such people on Earth, and the planet's survival relies on them never coming into conflict. And with that tease, I hope they do, because I want to see what that means.
Next up, I Lie Popeye #1. This is going to be another mini-series, and you may recognize this from Free Comic Book Day, which was one of our favorite books.
Awesome.
This combines the nearly 90-year-old character of Popeye with influences like One Piece and Dragon Ball for a very like anime-esque action book that is over the top as Popeye faces off against some threats from the sea, including sea hags and sea monsters. It's just so much fun, and I can't wait for this.
And next is Venom War Spider-Man #1. This is going to be a 4-issue tie-in to the upcoming Venom War event. This one, we know in that story that both Eddie and Dylan Brock want the symbiote, but currently Peter Parker is in the possession of it. Maybe he'll be the winner of the Venom War. We'll have to wait and see.
Next up, we've got Absolute Power #2. So #1 came out this week. Very excited for all of the Absolute Power. Or it came out last week, but we got the next part of it. This is issue 2 of the main series. And so in this, the remaining heroes rendezvous at the Fortress of Solitude. But because Amanda Waller has Dreamer, who's kind of a precog, they know that they are hiding out there, and it looks like it's a full frontal assault on the Fortress of Solitude. But who is leading this army? If you read #1, you may have an idea, and it's pretty scary.
And next is EC's Cruel Universe #1. This is the EC universe, the return of the EC universe is what I'm trying to say. We had their horror book a couple weeks ago. Now this is their sci-fi anthology book. This first issue was going to be 40 pages. And it just says it's going to feature things like strange extraterrestrial entities, malevolent scientists, and terrifying technology catastrophes. So just a nice return to form for EC Comics.
Next up, we have Defenders of the Earth. Defenders. In this one, this is going to be an 8-part miniseries picking up where the original show and comic left off from the 80s. So if you were a fan of the team of Flash Gordon, of the Phantom, Mandrake the Magician, and Lothar, they are continuing that story as Flash Gordon faces off against Ming the Merciless, and I feel like this is so many comics, a danger from their past rears its ugly head. Yeah. So I'm excited about this. I love that these characters are kind of being brought back. We've got the Flash Gordon series, now Defenders of the Earth. Let's hope we get a Phantom again. Yeah, that would
be great.
Just great stuff. So if you're a fan of that, don't miss this 8-part miniseries. And that is it for Top Comics 2 Pre-Order in a Flash. Thank you so much for watching. Like we said, stay tuned for the show coming up on Friday. There is so much more. There's so many more #1s. Mm-hmm. There's big things we didn't even get to mention, like Avengers
Ultraman
versus Ultraman or Avengers X Ultraman. There's just a ton of really cool stuff. So stay tuned for Friday's show where you'll get even more, plus their variants, all of that good stuff. And go ahead and get your pre-order started at infinityflux.net. Just a quick reminder, everything you pre-order there, you get 10% off of. So it's an added bonus to order early and to be one of our awesome customers. Yep. Again, thank you again for watching. And until next time,
see ya.